About what I think is the abject failure of troop withdrawal from Afghanistan. If we went over there and fought for 25 plus years, or 20 plus years, whatever it is, 20 years, I guess, we fought in Afghanistan, and then within a week and a half or 2 weeks of pulling out, the whole country's taken back over by Taliban, what the hell do we do? Does that mean we wasted 20 years? And we know the Taliban supports terrorists. I mean, they hid bin Laden for how long? And he, the USS Cole was him. The original bombing of the World Trade Center in 93 was him. The destruction of the World Trade Center on 9/11, 2001 was him. I mean, and they harbored him. The Taliban harbored him and helped him. How do we let the Taliban take back over that quick? I just don't get it. Good morning. You're on Ocala Talks.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning. George Patton would be turning over in his grave. George Patton famously said, "We don't pay for the same ground twice." And yet, that's about what this little adventure in Afghanistan was. We kept continually paying for the same ground twice. We didn't take a hill and stay there.
And I agree with you. And the fact that Kabul fell so quickly after, the people pulled out shows you that they were just waiting for the government of Afghanistan was a nothing government without the backing of the U.S. Yeah. And as soon as the U.S. pulled its war machine out, the Taliban took back over. And by the way, took back over and got the spoils of war by getting equipment left by the U.S. Troops that were there.
Yeah, that was another thing. That's a big difference between the Army and Marines. The Army leaves stuff behind, and the Marines don't.
It just makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
Why were we there? Thanks for the call, Jim. Why were we there? Why do we have men and women who are missing body parts? That because they stepped on IEDs over there in Afghanistan and everything. Why do we have people that are dead that served in Afghanistan? If all we were going to do is say, well, we're tired of playing with you guys now, so you can have it all back and you can have it the way it was. Take it back over, Taliban, and start being the hotbed of terrorism again. We've done all we could do. When a bad terrorist event happens and it's traced back to somebody who's being protected by the Taliban, just remember who it was that said, we got to get out of there. And within a week or so, I mean, last week they got 12 cities last week. The Taliban were able to take back 12 cities in Afghanistan in 1 week. So, the question could be asked, well, should we have really been there 20 years ago? That's a question that's fair. But once you're there, to pull out this way and to allow terrorism to take the country back over that quickly, I don't know. It's almost like a terrorist attack is looming. I hate that these are people we're infidels. They want to kill us. Yeah, they want to kill us. And, and I understand we were in their homeland and they didn't like us there. And, it's like Vietnam. The South Vietnamese didn't like the North Vietnamese, but they didn't like the Americans either. They wanted everybody out of South Vietnam. And it's I'm sure it was the same way in Afghanistan, but we either need to stop propping governments up and stop getting into the business of other countries, or we need to do the job fully and, get rid of the scum of the earth that was the Taliban and that is the Taliban and that propagates terrorism against Western civilization. Either go in and do the job or don't go in and do the job, but don't go in and do it half-assed. And in my estimation, that's what happened with as quickly as the country turned back to a terrorist regime. Within weeks. I don't know. I feel that, we have to be on edge now for terrorism, even more so than before. And I know they've made great strides nowadays in, with listening and how they investigate and all they do. But there's always going to be that one group. Do you want them to be on your airplane? Do you want them to be in your amusement park? Do you want them to be at your high school football or college football game or professional football game? Because that's what they do, find the crowds. I think there wasn't a really good game plan going in, and there hell of a sure wasn't a good game plan coming out. And terrorists are now in control again. Angry terrorists, by the way, that don't like the United States, don't like America, don't like Western civilization at all. And remember, a lot of their financing was coming from Saudi Arabia, for bin Laden and all, but a lot of the Afghan financing was coming from the opium fields in Afghanistan. Are those going to crank back up now? Did we salt the earth there so they can't grow opiates anymore? The poppies anymore? I don't know. But that's a cash cow. A big cash cow. I don't know what the answer is, but pulling out the way we did and allowing the Taliban within weeks to take back over the entire country. The presidential palace was taken over this weekend in Kabul. That tells me that the only thing that was keeping that country was the American troops. The Afghan army had no hope. They may have laid their weapons down and said, we're done with this. I don't know. But I think that we're going to see big problems because of how this happened. We'll take a break. We come back more on Ocala Talks, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. This is WOCA, The Source.
Radio News with Lance Pry.
The Afghanistan provisional government has failed. At least 3 people were killed Monday at the Kabul airport amid Taliban takeover in the city. The Taliban overran the capital city of Kabul over the weekend as President Biden stayed on vacation. The Taliban are now the 35th largest air force in the world, thanks to U.S. assets left behind. Former ambassador to Afghanistan, Ryan Crocker, on Bloomberg TV last week, says the Afghan government will not survive.
It is beyond disingenuous for the president to say now we've made all these inputs and that's up to them to fight for their own country, when he embraced the process and he owns it lock, stock, and barrel, guaranteeing that the government would probably not survive.
The Taliban captured Bagram Air Base on Sunday and released thousands of prisoners, including many senior al-Qaeda operatives. The death toll from Haiti's 7.2 magnitude earthquake climbed to nearly 1,300 people on Sunday. USA Radio News.
Hi, I'm Wayne Alaroot for Patriot VPN. Patriot VPN is a virtual private network service that uses military-grade encryption to protect your internet connection on all of your devices. With Patriot VPN, your data and internet privacy is secure anywhere in the world. Why do you need Patriot VPN? Cyber criminals, government, even your own internet service provider collect and use your private information without your knowledge. Examples in the news recently, remember all the companies that have been hacked? Cuba censored the internet to kill protests? Here in America, conservative groups are being actively targeted. Your personal information and internet history is being sold by your ISP. It's all happening every day, but not with Patriot VPN. With Patriot VPN, your internet activity and history is protected from prying eyes forever. Patriot VPN is a veteran-owned business right here in the USA. For business or your family, starting at only $6.95 a month, use code WAR and get 3 months free. With an annual subscription, it's all at PatriotVPN.com. That's PatriotVPN.com.
Ugh, what wrong?
Need wood for fire.
I go get it. Ugh, I got wood for a fire.
Ugh, what takes so long?
Had to use restroom. Someone not refill toilet paper.
Ugh, my bad. You wash hands?
Ugh, of course. Ugh, what caveman you take me for?
You know, Dan, people who save money by switching to Mike's Got Plumbing sure are happy.
Well, Brittany, how happy are they?
Happier than a caveman with indoor plumbing.
Yep. Get happy. Get Mike Scott Plumbing. If water runs through it, we do it. 237-2888. Attention passengers for Flight 1370. The plane has been delayed at its departure point and will be at least 2 hours late. We apologize for any inconvenience.
Are you serious? It took us over an hour to get here, 2 hours going through security and getting our tickets, and now we have to wait another 2 hours.
Yeah, it's beautiful here, but we're inside this overcrowded airport all day because the plane is stuck in bad weather.
This is the last time we ever do this. When we get back, we're going to Ocala Aviation and getting our pilot's license.
Yeah, we've been talking about that long enough. It's about time we did it. Then we could just fly